squad. Fernando Torres will take the throw-in. Well, it's all about Steven Gerrard's side trying to get back into the game now, John.
I think they've got every chance, to be quite honest, the lineups.
Ashley Williams, who, of course, has made a mad dash from playing in Israel to play in this game, having a touchdown. What a result for Wales that was.
Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous.
Glenn Johnson. Trying to turn away from Cameron Brannigan. He was fouled by the youngster, was Glenn Johnson. Here's Gerrard, immediately looking forward for Fernando Torres. It was away by Kelly. Lucas. There's Moreno on towards Brannigan. And we did say it was a day all about the past. Here's Luis Garcia talking of the past, the present, Alberto Moreno, and of course the likes of Cameron Brannigan, the future. Here he is again. What a day for him to be playing with a few of these players out there. Here is Luis Garcia. Was playing in the Indian League a few months ago, so he's kept himself fit and fresh. Down by Bellamy. It's a really purposeful run by Gael Clichy, playing at right back, which is pretty much an unfamiliar position for many. He has played there for Manchester City a few times this season. Here's Jay Spearing. Charlie Adam. Still very much part of that very good Stoke City side. A touch by Stephen Warnock. That's towards Torres. Glorious first touch. Tries to get away from Jamie Carragher, who holds him up. And then the challenge was by Cameron Brannigan. Charlie Adam, he'll have a go from here.
Disappointing for.
He's better than that.
Yeah, he certainly is, especially on his favourite left foot. You see him score many a goal for a few clubs from that area. I thought he was going to hit the target there. Right underneath it.
Here's Johnson. Closed down by Brannigan again. Spearing on towards Stephen Warnock. His Derby County side are challenging for promotion from the Championship. They've got a really big game on Friday against Watford. Two of the sides right up there. It's so tight to get into the Premier League next season. Luis Garcia was looking for the run of Barini. There was Stephen Warnock again. And Charlie Adam. That's nice. Here's Suarez. Torres was trying to get there as well. Clichy will bring the ball away. Clichy and Suarez were head-to-head just a couple of weeks ago in the Champions League. Barcelona sending Manchester City crashing out. Suarez got himself on the score sheet inevitably. Of course, there were many who said that he was a flat-track bully. He only scored against the lower sides and never turned it on in the big games. I think that has been firmly dispelled, hasn't it, over the last
well and truly squashed
couple of seasons. Gerrard towards Charlie Adam. Warnock. It's back with Lucas. Enjoying being back out there. It's giving the ball away though, and here's Ryan Babel. He does have support. The player was Gerrard, who was offside, which is why he had to delay the pass. That was Spearing looking for Luis Suarez.
It was clever run by Suarez. I think young Jay seen the first run where he come wide, but he came wide to bring the player out so he could get the ball inside.
It's Craig Noon on towards Craig Bellamy and Gael Clichy, who were all out there. Suarez tried a trick which didn't come off. Craig Bellamy's just been down by the corner flag at one end, run back to halfway and run right across the field to get the ball. He's got always has had a great appetite for the game.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him for Liverpool.
Brannigan. Clichy. Lucas. There's Brannigan.
Good ball.
Craig Noon. That will just run through to Brad Jones via the deflection.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just waiting now for Luis Suarez to do something to light this game up once again.
Sure, we won't be waiting too long for that to happen.
Charlie Adam in towards Torres. Here's Gerrard. He's got one from the spot. He's trying to get one from open play.
That brought back time, didn't it? Great run from Steve Gerrard, and a fantastic layoff by Torres there. Look, there you go, around his path. Thought Steve was going to pull the trigger there, and he tried to dink it over. The oncoming Pepe Reina got too much on it.
Well, Charlie Adams horribly miscued that. It does remind us, John, the partnership that Fernando Torres and Steven Gerrard had as a two.
It was phenomenal. For a couple of years, it was phenomenal.
There's Babel on towards Charlie Adam. On towards Gerrard again. Here's Babel, and we'll go for goal. It's the miscue again.
The ball bubbled off Babel.
Charlie Adam towards Spearing. Of course, now with Blackburn Rovers, and Liverpool have a big game with them. Here's Suarez, ridiculously good feet. Said that before. Gerrard to Suarez. He's just trying to tease Jamie Carragher, who's
yeah, he read him, didn't he? He read it all day long, did Jamie.
Bit wily. And here comes Gerrard with the corner. It's towards Fernando Torres. Lucas was in the way. Johnson. Torres. Well, it's Glenn Johnson. Just couldn't bundle his way through. Comes out towards Warnock. Here's Babel again. Warnock's continued his run. Gael Clichy will get there. And Brannigan will be able to get the ball away. And now there's there was a potential break on. Greg Noon just slipped. It was untimely for the man from Cardiff City, who once did the roof on Steven Gerrard's house. There you go. Here's Suarez. On by Torres, looking for Gerrard.
Again, good play, wasn't it?
He came on as a substitute when Atletico Madrid were really struggling to come through against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League a couple of weeks ago. Fernando Torres with about 10 minutes to go and played the extra time period and offered a little more than Mario Mandzukic had in the game. Didn't actually score, but put himself about and then scored his penalty in the resultant penalty shootout. The ball's come off Suarez. It's come towards Torres. And here's Gerrard, and now Babel. Torres. Johnson. Oh. Suarez was looking for Torres, who'd gone the other way.
I think the changes inevitably have put Steve Gerrard's team in charge of this second half.
It's Gerrard who's pulling the strings. Suarez will retrieve the ball. And now towards Spearing forward, looking for Ryan Babel for Charlie Adam.
Chance here.
And Craig Bellamy has the ball. Here's Barini. Support from Luis Garcia. It's headed away by Ashley Williams. And Luis Garcia with the shot. It's comfortable for Brad Jones.
Yeah, took a deflection off Chase Spearing there. Good block.
Ashley Williams playing alongside Scott Dan now at the heart of the defence for Steven Gerrard's side, and here he is now, the dyed-in-the-wool Liverpool fan. He'll be delighted to play in this. He's another who's had a really good career. Still playing top-level football now. Gerrard. Stephen Warnock. Spearing. Now Babel. It was physical, wasn't it, from Lucas? The shake of the head as well. Could almost be a Premier League game, the way that he reacted to Lee Probert's decision. Here's Luis Suarez on towards Torres. Carragher just about got a toe on it. He's starting to redden a little, is Jamie Carragher down there at the moment. He's started to feel the effects of 11 minutes of the second half so far. He's not as fit as he was when he played. He's a little out of match practice. Anyway, it's his side who are making their way forward with Craig Bellamy. Lovely touch. It's Clichy with the cross. Just a little too high, but the follow-up shot was by Borini.
Great block.
Very well blocked. Fernando Torres. Martin Kelly. Just a little over physical. Lucas once again protesting to the referee. And Stephen Warnock on towards Spearing. Disappointing that he won't be able to play in that FA Cup replay in a week and a half's time. Lucas has won the ball again. Here's Bellamy. That's on for Borini. Scott Dan is the defender. Borini's trying to open his body up. Glenn Johnson's in the way as well. Luis Garcia. Well, the white shirts are arriving, but not exactly phenomenal speed. But here's Noon. That's a good block again. Now Babel will start to make his way forward here. Suarez. I think Jamie Carragher's happy that he's wandered away from him for a couple of moments. Towards Fernando Torres. Jamie Carragher with the challenge, Torres with the fall. A wave of the arm by Jamie Carragher.
Clever play from Suarez again, wasn't it?
And it's Craig Noon again. Of course, this game does have to be won in the 90 minutes today. We aren't having penalties, we're not having extra time. So if they do want to take the honours in this game and have the bragging rights, then they'll have to win it in the 90 minutes. There won't be a penalty shootout. Here's Brannigan. Of course, Steven Gerrard's side have got to get back into the game. Oh, it's a foul by Fernando Torres.
It's a great talent, I have to say. I can't see that being a foul, can you?
Well, there you go.
Oh. No,
I think maybe Lucas protesting the last couple of decisions that went against him.
Yeah. I think Craig Bellamy will fancy this, won't he?
Well, Fabio Borini did, and Craig Bellamy simply said, I'm having this. And Craig Bellamy will have this. 4 in the wall. Luis Suarez is loitering right by Craig Bellamy and talking to him. A little bit of kidology, bit of gamesmanship. Where you put in this, Craig? Top corner, go on then. Well, he's forced the save from Brad Jones.
Yeah, it was a real good effort.
Craig Bellamy immediately turned round to Luis Suarez as well and gave him that reaction.
Jones was moving the wrong way, wasn't he, initially? That's what if you look. And then he's had to readjust and push it around the post.
Well, here comes a change now, because Pepe Reina is going to make way. He's had his hour. He's been in goal for the half-time penalty shootout as well. And Pepe Reina given permission to play an hour by Bayern Munich. Says goodbye to Anfield, possibly for the final time. And on in his place will come Peter Gulacsi. Pepe Reina was a real hero here. Peter Gulacsi was one of those young players who always hoped to make his way through, and now comes on as As a corner is taken at the other end towards Luis Garcia. Comes to Cameron Brannigan.
Oh, he should have scored.
Wrong side of the post.
He'd be gutted, won't he, the young lad? He's done everything right as well. The ball came to him. He's took the touch fantastically well, and he's just gone for the smash rather than placing. Got it wrong a bit. Love to have scored, wouldn't he?
Peter Galaxy on at the other end now, of course, in goal for Jamie Carragher's side. He's had a super time with Red Bull Salzburg. And that's Carragher who just about heads the ball away down towards Fernando Torres. Here's Suarez. Put Jamie Carragher on his backside. He enjoyed that. I don't think Jamie did. The ball comes out towards Luis Garcia. Bellamy. Here's Gael Clichy. Luis Garcia. Here's Barini. And now Lucas. Cameron Brannigan. Brannigan trying to make his way down and get the ball forward. There is a Bellamy moving on while they're messing around with the ball in the middle of the park. Let's go downstairs. Pete McDowell has got a man who's got cheers at Anfield for the first time ever today, John Terry.
Absolutely, yeah, sat just in front of me at the moment. Probably quite strange for you to get a few cheers at Anfield. First time for everything, I suppose.
Yeah, quite nice. Normally it's a few boos, but I'm used to that, so it's a great turnout and a great atmosphere from the fans today for Stevie and Cara, so delighted to be here.
One thing I'm noticing of particular interest is your old teammate Fernando Torres. He's got that game look about him. He's desperate to score here, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, he's always hungry. He's dyed his hair and everything for today's occasion, I think.
What about the occasion as a whole then? I mean, the pace of the game has been played at a decent tempo, hasn't it? It's been a good workout for the lads that maybe have missed out on the international break.
Yeah, I mean, Brendan stressed that before the game. Make sure it's a good tempo and a good workout. I think a few of us were thinking we was going to come here for an easy show today, but it's not been. It's been a good turnout. The fans have paid money. It obviously goes to a great cause for Stevie and Cara, so it's been a great day so far.
Just finally, it's script written perhaps for a late Steven Gerrard goal. It's a bit of a shock scoreline as we stand.
Yeah, I think he's due one. I'm sure he'll pop up and have a shot late on.
Thanks for your time, John.
Cheers, no problem.
Well, we might as well all pack up and go home. John Terry has just won Line of the Day award, hasn't he, with Fernando Torres has dyed his hair especially for today. Easily the line of the day from anyone. Here's Luis Garcia. Once again, it's Carragher's side who are trying to get themselves back on the front foot. Shot was a little wild in the end from the very likeable Luis Garcia. Hugely popular player.
Yeah, he's a nice fella. Met him the first time last year, and a few good conversations with him. A really nice gentleman.
Here's Steven Gerrard, who played 63 and a half minutes. Plenty of time for his side to find a way back into this game and get themselves a winner.
That's to say, Jamie, the back fours working really well to nullify Steve's team.
Here's Glenn Johnson, Ryan Babel. There's a bit of space here for Charlie Adam.
Yeah, great ball.
His little send in towards Luis Suarez. It was away by Martin Kelly.
It's a lovely ball, wasn't it? He could another opportunity to do the same here. Oh no, not
looks for Gerrard. It's headed away well by Craig Noon. Spearing. Here's Charlie Adam.
Nice ball.
On towards Stephen Warnock, just opening the game up. And that's one and on towards Luis Garcia by Barini. Looks early for Craig Bellamy. Just tried to get across the front of Ashley Williams, and Gerrard's side were able just to close him down, get the ball back in. Gerrard on towards Torres here. Here's Charlie Adam again. Torres will run through for Peter Galaxy. Just mentioned what he's been doing with Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. They were dark horses for the Europa League this season. They've had a really good run in it. Got knocked out in the last round. He's done really well for them since signing from Liverpool. Got himself a couple of Hungarian international caps as well. And that's the first loose pass of the day that's gone all the way out of play, isn't it?
I don't think Charlie fancies running after that, to be honest, did he?
Don't do too much in games like this. Don't pull a hamstring, don't get injured. They were the last words that managers said to players.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a ball by Bellerin. It's headed down by Scott down towards Brad Jones.
No, it's nearly half of the second half gone, and the defences have been well on top, you have to say. A couple of decent saves from the keepers. I expected a few more fireworks, John, I have to say. Maybe they'll come later on.
Well, here's Warnock on towards Johnson. Suarez and Torres had immediately started making runs down the inside right and inside left channels. The ball never came. Here's Warnock. And now Gerrard.
Oh, what a good ball, unlucky. Good goalkeeping.
Taken by Galaxy. It's Kelly. Down towards Noon. Clichy. Luis Garcia trying to just outfox Spearing, couldn't do so. Carragher challenging Fernando Torres.
Great defending, and he spotted the danger straight away, Jamie Carragher there.
There's Luis Garcia. Lovely ball. Brannigan on towards Bellamy. He did just get a little deflection on it, and Brad Jones did well to make sure the ball didn't go behind.
Cameron Brannigan's enjoying himself out there, isn't he?
Well, the young players that have been involved today have acquitted themselves well. Here's Charlie Adam. Ashley Williams. Opportunity for him to just have a wander forward and find Steven Gerrard. Suarez. Brannigan immediately closes him down. Johnson. Charlie Adam. Gerrard again. Suarez. On for Steven Gerrard. The angle's against him. Oh, and Suarez has gone down. The challenge is made by Jamie Carragher, and that is a penalty.
How about the skill, though? The skill from Suarez to nutmeg in the 18-yard box here. That is brilliant, isn't it? And then, did he tug him back? Jamie Carragher? I followed the ball personally. Let's have a little look now. Did he? Look from behind. He's giving him his shirt, but he's laughing about it. So obviously it wasn't.
There was a little drag of the arm by Jamie Carragher as Luis Suarez tried to get away, and for the second time today, Steven Gerrard will have a chance from the spot. Different opposition goalkeeper this time, Peter Galaxy.
Yeah, I think you go the other side now.
And it is Steven Gerrard. It's the same way. And Peter Galaxy could do nothing about it, and we are back level. They have turned the game around. They were 2 down, Steven Gerrard's side, and now with a little under a quarter of the game to go, it's 2-2.
He's a master from the spot, and he just don't get them. It's right in the corner. You know, it's a few inches from the post. You know, bottom corner rather than the top corner. He has just become the master of penalties over the last 3 years, isn't he? He's absolutely sublime.
Must raise with you the issue of Jamie Carragher not being sent off, of course, for that foul. A clear professional foul.
Yeah, the referee's done him a favour there, to be fair, yeah, thankfully. And plus, the cop might have took to it very, very well, by the way. You could get some pelters.
It would have been funny just to see his reaction had Lee Probert shown the red card, just the devilment. It's 2-2. And, well, here goes Luis Suarez. He's managed to hold off Ashley Williams. Support is arriving from Lucas, who's not going to get there. It will come to Bellamy. Here's Alberto Moreno. And towards Cameron Brannigan. He's gone for the return. The flick was by Bellerin. It was
nearly
very, very cute trick by him.
I think after what we've seen earlier on, Henri, I don't think I'd try another trick after that. It just we've reached the heights that you can't get any further, isn't it?
Well, Stephen Warnock,
a chance.
There's a fellow who's got a trick.
Oh, that wasn't Luis Suarez, like, was he? Just yeah, I don't know what he tried to do. No real conviction in the shot from him. It just felt nicely for him. I was just waiting for to bend in the top corner, but got it wrong.
The great thing about that is Luis Suarez was genuinely angry that he didn't score there, and then as soon as the goal kick was taken, he closed it down. Here's Torres. Lucas has misjudged it. Here is Luis Suarez. And it's away by Kelly. It will come back towards Suarez, who was very unselfish there.
Yeah, you're right, John. I thought he was going to pull the trigger. Great opportunity, and he tried to repay the compliment from Torres.
Suarez again. You always get the impression that if a group of 10-year-old lads knocked on Luis Suarez's door at 9 o'clock in the morning with a football and said, "Do you fancy coming out for a kickabout?" he would actually do it. Here's Glenn Johnson. Good feet.
What was you saying, John?
Well, the feet were great until he got to there, and Clichy's taken the ball off him. Here's Luis Garcia. He's overhit that. Well, the Anfield crowd is now singing the name of Luis Suarez, who turns and applauds them. He's enjoying this. And Lucas is now making his way off. It's had a good 71.5 minutes. And he will make way. On will come young Joe Maguire. Good opportunity for him. He's going to go into left back. Alberto Moreno's moving forward into midfield, and Cameron Brannigan's now just going to sit in the holding role.
That's fantastic for young Maguire, isn't it? Local lad, doing well.
That's a mistake by Gael Clichy, and Fernando Torres has it. Luis Suarez, Carragher it was, who came across with the challenge and sends Luis Suarez crashing into the boards. Just for a moment there, Luis Enrique,
a little bit of a panic up there, wasn't it?
Just started to worry a little. Well, Charlie Adam will take the corner. And it's down the header by Scott down. There were appeals for a penalty. They can't have another, surely. And Suarez has fired over the top. Well, this is a nice moment as we see the replay from that incident. Suarez firing over. Scott Dan it was with the initial header. But the Liverpool crowd now, after lauding Luis Suarez, is lauding the name of Fernando Torres.
I have to say it's something that I couldn't have foreseen, you know, because it wasn't nice the way things happened when he left the club. But you know, it's water under the bridge for most of these fans now. We've shown him a lot of respect.
I know that he was really looking forward to coming back to this game, coming back to Anfield, and so there's always a part of his heart here. This is where, as we said in the first half, he played his best football. There's Brad Jones. On towards Gerrard here. Here's Babel. Gerrard. Was looking for Torres. The header away was by Jamie Carragher. He actually looked like he was struggling 10 minutes into the second half, did Jamie, but he's cruising now. Oh, here's Babel. Suarez was looking for Babel and for Glenn Johnson. It was hacked away to safety. Stephen Warnock down towards Charlie Adam. Torres told to shoot by the cop and does. Hey, maybe not.
Yeah, that was a shot from his Chelsea days, I think.
Message for people in the main stand, please remember that due to construction work...
I told you can't beat John Terry's line of the day about Fernando Torres. It was a good line, wasn't it? No matter how hard you try, John.
In an orderly fashion.
Pedigal actually would have been happy to see that ball fly high, wide and not so handsome from Fernando Torres. Scott down with the header. Here's Gerrard spearing and towards Charlie Adam. It's a really nice move until Charlie Adams' momentum is halted. Gerrard and towards Torres. Johnson. Gerrard again. Babel makes one run, Suarez goes the other way. And Gull actually makes the save.
They've done the back foot Carragher team, aren't they? The Cop's desperate for Luis Suarez to score, as you'd imagine.
That's Maguire down towards Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia beat Spearing, but not Ashley Williams. Johnson. Now Charlie Adam. Suarez. On towards Fernando Torres. Now Gerrard. Babel got in his way. Gerrard trying to thread the ball through to Torres. And Kelly and Carragher. Well, knowing Jamie Carragher like we do, he's probably had these lads out training every night this week, doing shape and making sure they're organised. They have been organised today. Spearing on towards Johnson, who does well just to get away from Craig Bellamy's attentions. Stephen Warnock has it. Hasn't had too much playing time at Derby since moving from Leeds. In the January window, that's Torres with the header. He's looking for Luis Suarez, and Martin Kelly had to have a big stretch to get the ball away.
I think if that would have been, this would have been a meaningful game. Suarez would have threw everything at there.
Well, that's Luis Garcia. Now we know all about volleys from that sort of area on that left foot.
Juventus, was it?
It was the other side, Juventus. It was from the right with a left foot volley. Well, Brad Jones will say goodbye to the game now. Applauded by Luis Garcia. Brad Jones had a super game, actually. And he will make way. And on in his place will come another exciting young talent in Laurence Vigouroux, who has really caught the eye for the underage groups.
Yeah, I've watched him a couple of times, and big presence of a lad, isn't he? What age is he, 20?
Let's go downstairs, because we need to get Peter McDowell to ask Thierry Henry just how he did that pass before when he shaped to shoot. Let's go downstairs, Pete. He's with the great Thierry Henry. Oh, that's forward towards Suarez. Here's Fernando Torres. We'll try and cross down to Peter again in a moment. We just lost him for a moment. Now then, here's Babel on towards Fernando Torres. And it's away by Martin Kelly.
Getting closer, aren't they? They're getting closer.
Here's Charlie Adam. Gerrard. Here's Ryan Babel. Suarez again. And Torres has made one run, made two, now he goes again, and Torres was there. It was well defended by Gael Clichy. It comes towards Charlie Adam here.
Charlie must have the biggest calves in football, Charlie.
Here's Babel.
Good ball.
Here's Barini. On towards Bellamy.
It's a lovely ball,
That's Warnock.
Oh. Well, smashing ball in that. Maguire.
Here's Steven Gerrard, approaching the final 10 minutes at Anfield now. Here's Fabio Barini. That's a lovely ball. It's Luis Garcia, and it's on for Craig Bellamy. Oh dear. And that has hit the second tier.
Oh, he's not happy chappy, is he? You know what Craig Bellamy's like, very passionate about football, and he's... Oh, to be fair, it's took a bobble. we talk about the pitch not being at its best, and you very rarely see a bobble at Anfield, but you've got to be fair to Craig Bellamy there. He did just sit up as he was just about to swing you.
Well, Steven Gerrard's day is done after 80 minutes. He'll get a wonderful reception now. And once again, João Carlos Teixeira will come on for a little bit of time. Steven Gerrard makes his way off and is given a standing ovation by not just the crowd, but I think the benches as well. There's Glenn Johnson. Of course, that may just take a little bit of impetus away from his side. Needs to have a word with his manager about that.
Replacing number 8, Steven Gerrard.
Here is Suarez. Babel. Suarez has continued his run. There's Fernando Torres.
Nice.
That's nice. Here's Glenn Johnson. He's looking for Fernando Torres. Here's Suarez. It's going to come out here towards Babel. And Johnson.
Oh.
It's a lovely touch by Johnson. Really good defending by Martin Kelly.
Right, yeah, he stood it well, Martin.
Part of Alan Pardew's really successful Crystal Palace squad at the moment. They've had a great run of form since Alan Pardew took charge. Charlie Adam with the corner. Interesting one. They'll have another go as well. It was...
Well, the dummy nearly caught everyone out from Johnson there, didn't it?
And it caught everyone out except...
Jamie Carragher. Too long in the tooth.
Well, Charlie Adam will try again. He won't try the same corner again. Pedigalakshi is able to take that and get the ball away towards Barini. Now then, it's a 3-on-3 breakaway. Barini on towards Craig Noon. Warnock is the nearest defender to him. It's Barini. They have lost the advantage they had on this attacking movement. It's a lovely ball by Luis Garcia.
It's not
cross
bad,
is delivered deep round the back, headed back across goal, but comfortably just eased down by Scott Dam for Lawrence Figueroa. Babel. Well, there's got to be a winner. There's 7 minutes to go. Someone's got to try and win the game, haven't they? I don't think Luis Suarez will be too happy if he comes back and doesn't score, because he wants to score every single game he plays. Teixeira. Here is Suarez. Martin Kelly was just a little bit too hasty in making that challenge.
Just caught. He's not happy.
The reaction from Suarez to his former teammate.
He's genuinely gone for the ball, obviously. He's just he's clever, and he knows what he's doing. This is a fantastic opportunity for Luis Suarez to perhaps get the winner. We've seen him score these on many occasions. It's a great distance just to get it up and down over.
Steven Gerrard has made way. Charlie Adam is hovering by the ball, but he's not having this, is he? No. It's going to be Luis Suarez. Pedigalakši's being very precise about organising his defensive wall. Fernando Torres is backing into the defensive wall, and it's little dear. Oh. You give a man a big build-up and he does that.
No comment. Yeah,
he's blaming the boots.
That certainly didn't hit a bobble. It was just he got it all wrong, didn't he, for once?
That's forward looking for Craig Noon. Ashley Williams will just guide it through to the young goalkeeper, who just took a moment to start coming and then was ushered forward by Ashley Williams. Charlie Adam forward looking for... Well, it evaded Jamie Carragher.
It's nearly a very good ball, wasn't it?
Luis Garcia deciding he kept the ball in play. Clichy. Brannigan, who's been really impressive in this second half. He's really tried to show he's more than good enough to be out there. Speaking of which, there's an effort from Joe Maguire, which was well blocked by Scott
He
Dan.
was on the target.
Bellamy, Brannigan, Bellamy, Brannigan. And now Noon. And that's on. Oh, the shot in the end will just go wide. Well, Luis Garcia nearly stole the headlines from the likes of Suarez and Torres here.
Well, he should have perhaps done a little bit better. It was a good run.
Charlie Adams' ball, glorious pass. Here's Fernando Torres. Suarez pulls right. He's trying to run young Joe Maguire. That's great defending. Although Suarez making sure he's not going to shepherd the ball all the way out.
It was good defending by young Maguire, wasn't it? Well done.
Made sure he picked Luis Suarez up after it as well.
Remember that tonight. That was stuck in his brain.
It's a free kick which Charlie Adam is going to take. Spearing Torres. Now Luis Suarez. Run was made by Teixeira.
Yeah, it was a good little run, wasn't it?
Well read by Gael Clichy.
Didn't quite thread it through the eye of a needle.
Well, here's Bellamy at the other end. Clichy. Supporters arriving in the shape of Brannigan. Clichy again. Now Barini. And Bellamy. Bellamy's gone for the return, not found by Luis Garcia. Charlie Adam to João Carlos Teixeira.
That's good play.
That's away will come now. Steven Gerrard's 11. Babel's made a run through the middle. Always remember Ryan Babel wrapping up that game against Arsenal in the Champions League here. Amazing game where Torres really did take Arsenal to the cleaners. After Arsenal looked really threatening with the likes of Walcott and Diaby scoring in that game. Here's Suarez. He could score in any game. It's for Fernando Torres, who's still battling away. It'll break for Babel here.
He's been unselfish on a few occasions, hasn't he, Luis Suarez, in the second half.
Here is Torres. Suarez. Torres. An important toe again from Brannigan. Kelly closed down by Torres and Suarez and was caught by them.
Yeah, 2 minutes ago. It's looking likely to be a draw.
Well, there's going to be no penalty shootout, so going to have to go hell for leather here and try and get themselves a winner. It's been a fantastic afternoon, though. The supporters have really enjoyed it. I'm certain the players have as well.
Yeah,
we've already heard from them as we've spoken to Peter McDowell downstairs.
That pass from Thierry Henry was worth the admission price alone. I have to say, it was the best part of the game, wasn't it?
Well, that's a dangerous little ball looking for Barini. Ashley Williams came across and made the challenge. Former teammates, of course, down at Swansea.
A lot of talk, obviously, with Ashley Williams perhaps coming to Liverpool in the last season, wasn't it? Good defender.
Well, here's Gael Clichy on the corner of the penalty area. Is there a sting in the tail? Johnson will get the ball away. Well, there's fellas here who can provide a sting in the tail. Charlie Adam, the pass for Torres has just forced him a little wide. Teixeira, Suarez, Charlie Adam and Babel all in support. Torres trying to get away from Gael Clichy, just using brute strength. And it's Charlie Adam. It's a really good block. Craig Noon it was who got across. Charlie Adam again. Good stretch by Brannigan. Last minute, last chances. Here's Babel. Suarez.
Could it be this?
Torres. Warnock.
This is the last chance saloon, this.
Here's Teixeira. Suarez is the man waiting. It's the wrong side of the post. The ball had actually just probably gone out of play anyway. Fitting that Luis Suarez should have the last chance and the last touch of the game as well. Luis Suarez doesn't score on his return to Anfield. Steven Gerrard scoring twice from the spot. but an afternoon of celebration where Fernando Torres and Luis Suarez and many others have been welcomed back to Anfield. It has been a super afternoon, John Aldridge.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. And let's not forget, a lot of money being raised for the right causes. Everyone's done exceptionally well, the players, the managers, and importantly the crowd. Fantastic turnout again, yet again. Can't be faithful of coming the droves. Sold all the tickets within 4 hours. Tremendous.
Well, it's been a wonderful occasion. And let's go downstairs and get some reaction to the game live with Peter McDowell downstairs. Oh, we'll go down in a moment. But it has been the sort of day that, well, those players themselves have enjoyed. They are now going to do a lap around the field. In terms of the game, it said Jamie Carragher's side actually had a 2-goal lead, John.
Yeah, I think it's probably a fair result. Over the 90 minutes, Jamie's team, he failed to be up at half time, and then Stevie's team obviously at much of the better with the second half. But it was played at a real good tempo, the great spirit which you'd expect anyway. So yeah, tremendous.
Well, Steven Gerrard personally thanking everyone who has turned out today. Jamie Carragher will probably a bit angry that his side actually failed to get something out of the game in terms of it finishing as a draw. Steven Gerrard, well, scored twice from the spot and was perfect, wasn't he, John?
Yeah, as I said, he's a monster from the penalty spot, and has been for the last few years. I don't know, touch wood, I don't know the last time he missed the penalty. He's just phenomenal. Everyone's right in the corner, right in the spot.
Well, Jamie Carragher and John Terry down there having the little lap of thanks to the supporters. Fernando Torres has enjoyed his day. Luis Suarez has as well. Pepe Reina's had a wonderful afternoon where he's really soaked up the spirit once again of Anfield. Xabi Alonso, John Arisa, and a day where many players who probably don't get the opportunity to say their thanks, to say goodbye to the crowd.
Yeah, I think Fernando Torres was very fortunate, the way he left the club, that he's had this opportunity, and olive branch has been passed, and the cup, took it with both arms and started singing his name. It'll make him feel a lot better after the way he left Liverpool. Obviously, Suarez is the one the adore most, as you'd expect. The great turnout, as you said before, John Terry, fair play to him. Played 45 minutes after the sticky he normally gets at the Chelsea games here. And the Liverpool fans were very fair with him. I think they've been very fair coming along here. Right reasons.
I mean, you got the chance to say your goodbye in that game against Crystal Palace, didn't you? When you came on and you threw your boots in, your shirt, your shorts, almost your underpants as well.
They threw me boots back at me, John.
But at Anfield now, just let me, you can see here, camera flashes going up everywhere, there are lights all over the stadium, and the people and the supporters are just loving this. And I'm certain everyone at home watching this as well can just take in the atmosphere. It's been a wonderful day.
Yeah, it was. It's quite strange in many ways, because normally these things happen, after the last game of the season. These charity games late in May or early in June. The season's still got a lot of way to run, as we know. So that's the strange thing about it, being played in late March.
Well, let's go down to Peter McDowell now, who does have Thierry Henry.
Yeah, Thierry Henry, who played a big part in the game today. Outrageous piece of skill as well. Talk us through that.
Well, that's the type of stuff I like to do sometimes, and I thought it was the right moment to do it. But unfortunately for us, we didn't score on it, so it was useless at the end of the day.
Thierry, you've always spoken so fondly about this place, about Liverpool fans as well. What was it like to play almost as part of their team here today?
Well, I said it so many times. They're amazing. I mean, when they are singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," it's just it's amazing. It was the first time that I could actually, that I was allowed, I guess, to be able to watch it and enjoy it, and it is great. It is great. Really, this crowd have won so many points, if I can say, for that team and for that football club. So, what a
day for CBG, what a day for Carragher, what a day for the club, basically. And I was just happy to be a small part of it.
What about your old mate Jamie Carragher? Don't think there's any Monday night football this week, but you've given him any stick?
Shocking defending. Shocking defending. Now, to be fair, you can see that the guy loves to defend. He was on everything, defending like a lion, like he always used to do. But shocking defending. On the penalty, obviously.
Listen, go and join in and enjoy this reception. Thanks for joining us, Thierry Henry.
Thanks, Pete. Well, he's enjoyed his day as Thierry Henry. He's got his own lap of honour now as he makes his way out behind the rest of the players. John Arisa and Steven Gerrard have really enjoyed their day. And I think it's one of those occasions, John, that we look at, and we do remember, of course, how much money is being raised, and that's what the day is about, money for the LFC Foundation, and there's so many good causes that we contribute towards.
Yeah, it works out great for everyone, you know, as a whole today, the club, you know, the players, the fans. It's just a fantastic day, you know, and at the end, whatever's made, you know, out of the occasion is a massive bonus, which they wouldn't have had, you know, only for everyone turning up today. Tremendous, yeah, absolutely. As I said before, even when we turned out last May, the old ex-players, you know, and the ones who were much older than these, it was a sellout. You know, we had the Tsunami game, it was a sellout. You know, I'm not being biased. How many other clubs would do that? It's just, you know, it just shows you the respect that Liverpool fans have.
Let's go back down to Pete. He's got a proper legend with him. Pete.
Well, he's warming up to be long because he's freezing, but how good was that to be back here again?
No, amazing. I mean, the feeling to be back. I was just speaking with Xavi, with Dirk. Some of them didn't have the chance to say goodbye to the crowd, to the supporters, and I think it's brilliant. Of course, the foundation, we'll talk about that, is doing an amazing job. But I think for the guys also, it's a great atmosphere, game to say bye.
Full house, and they're singing your song all over again. I know you've seen it so many times on the TV, you have been back here, but it mustn't get any less emotional each time you hear it.
What can I say? I said from the first time that I left the club, there was a connection between the fans and myself. I'm enjoying every time. I'm watching all the games. It's just so exciting to feel the crane of the people every time that I come to Liverpool, that I receive tweets. So what can I say? I love them. It's the only thing that I can say.
And just finally, Jamie and Steven Gerrard, two huge ambassadors for the city. It was a game fitting for them, wasn't it?
Yeah, the perfect moment. I think we're going to pass a lot of time until we can have a play like this one. People from the club, people who live Liverpool from the very beginning, and hopefully soon we can have another Carragher, another Stevie.
One thing you don't miss is the weather. Get inside, get a shower.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lewis.
Well, thank you, Pete. As you can see, the weather has all turned. The rain has started to close in. It's a miserable.
Do you know what? How weird was that? Before the game started, it was like this. As soon as the game started, the sun come out. And as soon as the game was just finished, it's absolutely lashing down. But while the game was playing for 90 minutes, we had glorious weather.
Are you suggesting there's something special about this place?
Well, I tell you what, mate, that is, it's odd. I have to say, it's very, very strange.
Well, let me give you the tale of the tape, what happened in the actual game itself, because Jamie Carragher's side went into a 2-goal lead. Didier Drogba and a Mario Balotelli screamer with the goals to Steven Gerrard.
Well, maybe Mother Nature is a Liverpool fan then. Rain, sunshine, rain after full time, whatever. We enjoyed ourselves. John Barnes and Walter Zane.